Hey, it's Cosmic Charles, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be playing Kali Kai's first day of class build of Ruby Storm. It looked a lot of fun watching him play it. Now, I've played 2 leagues with this deck, and I haven't really performed all that well with it, unfortunately. Some of that is matchups. I've faced a lot of UB decks. I believe I faced 5 of them over 2 leagues, and yeah, I only won one match though, which is unfortunate. Trying to find a strategy that's effective against him is proving to be kind of strange. It's kind of hard. Like I'm thinking maybe you actually want 4 Weaver, so that you can perhaps just completely go almost win conless. But to do that would require you to cut your Seething Song, and that just doesn't feel like that could work. But anyway, what was I talking about? That's right. Yeah, so I've been having so I've played it. Not having as much success, particularly against blue decks, than I would with my rummage build of the deck, like my the Stream of Thought build. And I guess before I get into my that, I guess I should probably go back to here quickly. Come on. Oh, I should have had this set up beforehand. I've been really laggy lately. It's making everything kind of frustrating to play. Because I'll click and then I have to wait seconds until it registers, so that is frustrating. Anyway, yeah, so this is the build of Ruby Storm that I normally play, the Stream of Thought build, and I do prefer to this one, but that might be because I just have way more experience with it. But as you can see, there's a lot of instants in this deck. In fact, let me just go to the charts here. Analysis. What does this show me? Nothing. That's unfortunate. I thought it would tell me. Okay, whatever. I don't care about the magic. Take my word for it. There's a 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 instance in this deck, which means that it gives you an advantage for playing around removal and also casting end step spells. And what I've been having difficulty with, and the Stream of Thought helps with board strategy. It also means that I would never run Burning Curiosity in this deck because you simply don't need it. Because Stream of Thought is how you put yourself to more than 4 Glimpse the Impossible effects in your deck by shuffling Glimpse the Impossible effects back in. It also works for Seething Song and your pillage effects. You basically always have a good number of these in your deck by using Stream of Thought. So it's not necessary to run more than 4 glimpses. And I'd rather have something like a Faithless Looting that you can use to discard. But anyway, back to the deck we are playing today. So I've been trying to figure out a strategy against U decks, and I thought I was making some progress when I was playing my first 2 matches against UB over the past 2 leagues. My last 3 just felt absolutely horrendous. I didn't know, there's very little I could do because your only instants are big score, really. For you sure you have Manamorphose, maybe they'll bite on that. You don't really want them to counter a big score. And the first day of class, you also kind of want to do it on your turn. Now I'm not saying that. So I haven't found a good way of playing against blue. My initial reaction was to just cut the win con of Seize the Storm and then try and just go out with the creatures, but to do that, you'll need to draw a lot of cards. And what are you cutting for your 6 copies of Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast? I'm only running 6 because I don't think you can really cut your Seething Song. I guess you could. Maybe that's what I did for the one I won. Maybe I cut Seething Song and 2 Seize the Storm and just went 4 and 2. Maybe that's the one that I won. That's what I did. It could be. Because I know I was really interested in trying that. It's just, where's your mana coming from if you have no Seething Song in the deck? You only run 2 Leyline Weaver. And if you do run 4 Leyline Weaver, well, then what else are you cutting? I've been having a pretty hard time thinking about that. So we are still practicing with it today. We're going to play through it again. I still prefer my my Stream of Thought build, but again, like I said earlier, that might just because I've spent a lot of time playing it, practicing and finding the lines. I've yet to discover what the tools are for specific situations. And that's the thing and the fact that we run 12, we run a lot more sorceries in this deck. We have the 4 a lot of our card draw is sorceries, what I'm trying to say. like Reckless Impulse, Glimpse, that's all sorcery. It's making I have to adjust how I'm playing and the lines that I'm taking. I don't think I can afford to wait as much with this deck as I would before. One thing I've noticed, though, where it's been better, is that it's much better at grinding. Now, this hand is not keepable. We have to mulligan. This hand is keepable. We will keep. And I could keep a land in case this is, in case this is a deck that I wouldn't want to play against, but that's fine. Now, Reckless Impulse. Okay, so this looks like Spy, I hope. This is Spy. This is generally a good matchup. So we're going to go turn 1 Send. So Needle, turn 2 Hickory Woodlot. Here, Reckless Impulse is actually looking really good. So that's good. Part of the issue with Reckless Impulse and why I was actually kind of considering this running Electric Revelation instead, because it's better for discard, is that a lot of the times this is a bit of a crapshoot as to whether it's going to be good. Sometimes you keep it with like 2 lands in hand and you really need to hit a land off the top and then you just miss. And then that feels like pretty bad. But we didn't miss here. We don't have First Day of Class, but we do have Goblin and Archimancer. We're in desperate need of mana. So if we go Goblin and Archimancer, Leyline Weaver, let's see, that's 1, 2 lands that we know about. They've gone Soggo Wildling for a 3rd, so we do need to go for it this turn. Oh, they're just going to try and kill us now. Okay. I believe they still have 1 land left in their deck. Yeah, and it was pretty up high. That's good. So they've cast 1 Balustrade Spy. They probably have another. So Mountain, we're probably going to be discarding this Season Storm. Goblin and Archimancer. And while I would like to go Reckless Impulse here, I think I need to go Pirate's Pillage, discard Season Storm. There is a Seething Song. That's good. We needed that. So red. We could have actually, because it was in the top 2, we could have actually would have been better impulse into that, I think. But that's because we would have had more mana left over. Because now we're going to need to cast this big score in order to get green mana, unless there's another Manamorphose on top. 2 more Leyline Weavers, so we really need a First Day of Class here. If we had hit First Day of Class, we would have been in very good shape. But we did not, so we're just going to go big score, discard this Burning Inquiry. There's a First Day, but unfortunately that doesn't actually really help us out here, because we can't go up more than... We stuck at 2 mana. But maybe we're not dead, so we can go Leyline... Oh wait, yeah, or 1 mana rather. So we can go First Day of Class. We have no way of exiling the graveyard in the board. So instead we're just going to grab something that we'll be looking to discard. So I guess we'll just grab an Origin of Metal Bending. Oh, I guess we could have grabbed the... No, they had 4 mana regardless. The thing wouldn't have worked there. Let me go red. Leyline Weaver. Using the red. Always yield. Now I have to assume they have another Balustrade Spy in hand. Otherwise, like, why wouldn't have they cast it? I doubt this would be someone who would be trying to do other things. So now we have some mana. We didn't cast our Goblin and Archimancer. I think that's fine. Okay. We'll get these things. We can discard this... Oh, it was a Burning Curiosity. I keep forgetting that these aren't tokens. Yeah, we'll have to discard our... whatever it's called. There's a Curian Ranger, so maybe they don't have the Balustrade Spy, or maybe they're just trying to play around something that I don't have, because like these throw something sick, right? Or did they actually decide to try and go like the big creature route? I'd be really surprised if they did. That, I mean, what are they going? How much damage are they actually even going to be able to deal here? So big score is mana positive now, but only by 1. I've been really liking First Day of Class, being able to grab a one of those cards from the sideboard to discard. That's been pretty nice. So I don't know what's happening. There is the other Balustrade Spy, so we can concede here. I don't know why they just didn't slam it. So we are dead unless this is a 5-land build a spy. We might as well wait and see. Some of them run 5 lands and some of them don't, instead of 4. Oh, they did. This is a 5-land build to spy. I'm pretty sure we're still dead, though. How many creatures is that? 27. All right. So we will concede the game. Wait, what is happening? I concede the game, right? Cancel. Surely they have. There's Lotless Giant, Balustrade Spy. Do they not have... Wow, they missed on the... Good thing I didn't concede. Okay, they missed on the, what's it called? The Dread Return. That's hilarious. Wow, pretty bad luck on our opponent's side. Poor opponent. Oh, and we get to cast this Goblin and Narcomancer still. That's great. All right, and Goblin and Narcomancer. They're almost definitely dead here. I didn't cast the first day of class. Maybe I should have. Red, green. Discard Origin of Metal Bending. Untap the Weavers. You shouldn't always yield to these, but I'm going to. Just remember to tap them. Remember to tap them. Don't leave them untapped unless you want, unless you need to. Now we can go Seething Song, and they are dead. Why are they dead? Because we have a lot of stuff going on. We'll just say that. I don't need to stop now, I don't think. But I'll just go Burning Curiosity, cast with additional cost. And I'll Blight onto my Goblin and Archimancer here. And then we'll go Glimpse. Okay, there's a Manamorphose. We can go Manamorphose. And they're dead. I'm pretty sure they actually are. If I just, like, cast this first day, red-green. We can go Thornscape Familiar. And from Thornscape Familiar, we can go... Let's see. Let's get rid of Lint Fang. And Lint Fang. Get rid of both of those. And now I can go Burning Curiosity. I mean, they are dead. I'm just going to go first day of class. I'll grab a water bending lesson because I don't think I'll need How to Start a Riot. I can go Glimpse. Big Score. Discard Geothermal Crevice. Okay, those on tap, no response. And so, like, yeah, maybe I should just finish it now for time. Like, we have enough to kill them, right? Red. Well, just in case, I'll just keep going off a little more. I know we do. I should probably stop. Glimpse. Seething Song. Burning Curiosity. Cast with additional cost. We'll put it onto our Narcomancer here. Another 3 more. Manamorphose. We're going to go red, green. Alright, green and red. And we'll cast our Goblin and Narcomancer. And then we will go... Mountain... doesn't matter. We'll go Reckless Impulse. And we'll tap this for red and red, and we're just... We'll stop it after this, because they are dead. Okay. Pirate's Pillage. Untap. No response. And we can go Forest. Into our Thornscape Familiar. Not going to cast our water bend. Well, I mean, I guess we'll cast our water bending. No, we'll stop. We'll stop. I can't take too long doing this. All right, well, we're going to cast our Seize the Storm. We could cast our water bending lesson. We're choosing not to because, you know, I have things to do today. And they've been dead for a while now. Red, red, and Seize the Storm flashback. Okay, they're conceding. All right. So we got there against Spy. And Spy is a good matchup. Next game, they're going to have a lot more hand disruption and discard. I think that should be fine. I'm wondering, though, if I should, like, be doing something more similar to what the Epic Storm is doing, Bryant, with his, with the Rite of Flame, with the Rite of Flames. That'd be interesting to try as well. There's actually a lot of things that have come out that I would like to try. So he won game 1 against the deck. That's good. Hopefully we can dodge UB because again, I faced 5 UB matchups at over 2 leagues that game, only winning 1, which was really bad. Normally I would win more than, like, I won 3 games out of those 5. One match and 1 2-1. Normally, I would have done better than that. Winning either 3 or 2 out of the 5 is usually what I expect with that many games. Okay, so they go Mesmeric Fiend. Oh man, now they've double revealed. Okay, Mesmeric Fiend, lead Stampede. They only have 1 Mesmeric Fiend. That much we know. We are going to play the Hickory Woodlot. Yes, that's right, because we have more untapped mountains than we do anything else. So why would we do that? Because they can fiend us next turn, and this is the card they'll take, the Goblin and Archomancer. They have the Spy. They have a Generous Ent as well. So maybe they'll take our WinCon. We can dream, right? Probably next turn, if they do take our Goblin and Archomancer, it's going to be a Pirate's Pillage, possibly discarding the Seize the Storm, probably discarding the Seize the Storm since we have 2, so I don't care as much if they exile it. Now, we do have First Day of Class, so we could go Firebending Lesson to return our Goblin and Archomancer on their end step. I don't know if I'd want to do that, though. I will have to think about that. So Mesmeric Fiend is gone. Mesmeric Fiend, Mesmeric Fiend. There's a lead to Stampede. I'm just going to try and, like, feel out what they have in their hand. I know a lot of people do all that. Did they only see a Sagu Wilding? Really? Wow, that's really unlucky. That is what happened, right? Wow, 1. Alright, so we're just going to discard one of this Seize the Storm. If they exile it, they exile it. I don't want to get rid of card draw in hand. Even though I do have a lot of card draw, and I wouldn't blame you if you decided to discard a Burning Curiosity. One of the reasons for leaving okay, and there's a First Day of Class. So now I need to think about whether or not I want a First Day for Firebending on their end step. Because I'd rather just naturally draw into another familiar. But I don't, I'm just going to yield till their next end step here. Are they going to go for their thing again a turn early? What, they have like 3 lands? They might be able to kill me. Oh, they're playing roulette. Okay, so they're... turn off auto yields. Turn off auto yields. Thank you kindly. Yield until next end step. There we go. So they're doing their roulette strategy. They could get us here. Oh, they targeted me? 0... They have 2 lands in their deck? Wow, so they went for the 2 land strategy. Okay. So they only have 2 lands. Interesting. So they killed us on turn 3, I suppose. Oh, we're lagging a bit here. Lagging a bit. Alright, begin sideboarding. So, that's interesting. So they only have 2 lands, which means that we need to go a little faster here. We did have the potential win on the next turn. What turn would have that been? Okay, well, I don't know what turn it would have been. Probably turn 4. Yeah, it looks like we had, no, it would have been, yeah, turn 4. So we had a turn 4 against them. But we didn't really have the, we didn't have the turn 3 because they took our Anarchomancer. Otherwise, he would have had a turn 3. And they had a turn 2. Interesting that they're only running 2 lands in their deck. I feel like they got extremely lucky to have a land in their hand to do anything with. Oh, wait, no, they have 6 land grants. So that would be, odds would be less than, okay, so if it's less than 50, I know that much. All right, for their opener. So I feel like 2 is a little light there. Maybe they run Lotus Petal. Okay, so we'll keep this. The bad part about this hand is that we're going to need to use this Manamorphose to cast this Goblin and Archomancer. But that is also our red mana. So what we are hoping to do is we are hoping to hit... There's Mesmeric Fiend. We are hoping to hit... so if they have 2 lands, they can do this. That's 1 mana. Not next turn, but the turn after. All right. So we can go this. That is a big score. We still need to hit red mana here. We we'll go red-green. It's just important to get this Goblin and Archomancer down now. Uh-oh. So we are in a lot of trouble now. Because so our best draw would be Manamorphose off the top, I think. So let's see if we can do it, because they're going to have enough mana to spy us next turn. So we are dead next turn. They go spy, doesn't really matter what they take here. Although I guess it does. Big Score would be the card to take, because that's our only source of, like, mana replacement. Mountain wouldn't help us that much here, because we... Okay, so Mountain would be really good if they don't take our Big Score, because that would allow us to go First Day into Firebending Lesson if they go for Spy. Well, we drew the card we wanted to, so that's good. What do they take? They took a Reckless Impulse. So if we are going to fizzle, we're going to have to make sure that we kill that Mesmeric Fiend. Sorry, the sun is just blasting me in my eyes right now, making it very difficult to see. Red. Okay, there's another mountain. So we could go this, bolt this, make it not possible for them to do it. So if I go, but I'm also out of lands. So if I go Big Score, which will leave me with 1, I can go 2 here, and I can go First Day this. So the question is if I go First Day, person says nice top deck. Yeah, it was. I say it was. All right. And now what? Now I need to think here. I can go Glimpse 2. I could try for that. So if I go Mountain here, and I miss, I'll still have the spawns for the Big Score next turn. Alright, and then, alright, okay, I can do that then. So we'll lead on the Glimpse. We have to use the green mana, though. We could go for the first, for the Big Score, but then we wouldn't have Big Score for next turn. So we are going to go Glimpse. We might miss out on some FAMs here, but we need this red mana floating. Wow. So we're going to go Mountain here. We're going to go First Day of Class. We're going to grab Firebending Lesson. And we're going to Firebend on their Llanowar Elf, because we just can't afford to die here. And we're going to swing for 2. This should make it harder. If they only have 2 lands, it'll make it kind of difficult for them to get to 4. So it's a good thing I think we went for that line, because we had like nothing coming up. Now, had we gone... No, we did go Glimpse. Yeah, so I think that was good. Alright, so they have 2 mana. Oh, they have another Mesmeric Fiend? Yeah, they do. Okay, so they grab... What, First Day of Class? No, they grab Big Score, which is what I didn't want them to take. So here we are going to go this Sacrifice, Burning Curiosity, cast with the Dispel, Blight onto this dude here. They have 3 mana. Oh, yeah, they have 3 mana. So we can do all this next turn, so that's pretty good. And we'll just pass. Did I know they had 2 Mesmeric Fiend, no, they top deck that. I could have said nice to... Oh, wait, what? They had a forest? What is happening here? They went up to 3 lands now. So they may have got us. Alright, so it looks like they went back up on lands. So, interesting. I guess they're kind of doing different board strategies. So we're going to go Manamorphose, red. We cannot go red-green. We just need red mana. We're going to hope to... So, red. Come on. Red. Now, we could have not gone... Thing is, we saw them only using the 2 last turn, so the problem is, if I pass back, I'm dead. They have the Bolsters by that 3 lands. I'd have to imagine that they're going to go for it there. I guess I should have sacrificed one of these for a Glimpse. So that's another First Day. So we can play this Mountain. We can sacrifice this Spawn. We can go for a Glimpse. We need to hit mana here. We don't hit mana. That's unfortunate. So we are probably dead. That sucks. I don't think there's very much I could have done differently there. Like, maybe I could have said, hey, they're not going to kill us next turn. Don't go for the thing. Like, that's like the only thing I could have done. But I guess I should cast this First Day class. So we'll cast first day of class. We're going to grab the How to Start a Riot, and then we're going to probably die to their Balustrade Spy, which they can cast. It depends on how many lands they've left in. There's the Spy. And we're probably conceding. So this losing to a really good matchup, unfortunately. And things like this keep kind of happening to me when I've been playing. I don't know why. Like I felt like really confident going into this. But yeah, 34 creature cards were dead. Right, we'll just let him kill us. There's no reason to concede. When we're lagging. So starting out with an 0-1 against a good matchup, I don't like seeing that. And I don't think there's like the only thing I could have done differently was not try to kill their elf, and instead just try to keep drawing. But I feel like I would have been dead like the next turn had I not did that because they played the forest. So I think I played as well as I could have. It's just we ran out of mana. We just didn't have enough mana, which has been an issue, a recurring issue that I've been having. All right, well, I will be back after a quick break. All right, we're just waiting to get paired here. So I don't know if it's like, because I don't know the lines yet, that like maybe there was something better I could have done there, but I couldn't see it. If you notice something that I could have done better, please tell me in the comments, because I'd like to figure out what it is that I'm having friction with here. Like, I know, like, that time it was the mana, but there's usually plays you can make that can reduce the amount of mana that you would have otherwise had to cast, thereby adding you mana. I wonder if there's something like that I missed. Like, maybe I could have had an additional green mana floating the previous turn to get down one of those fans. I don't think so, though, but it's possible. So, unfortunately, usually what happens here, if I lose the first game, is that the first match is that I tend to start facing a lot of blue decks. They're the more popular decks. So, okay, so we're up against Ruby Storm. It's the mirror next turn. We're going to lead on the Hickory Woodlot here, planning on going Manamorphose into Goblin and Archimancer. The advantage of leading with the Hickory Woodlot is that if you draw your Thornscape familiar, you can play it, and then save your... Oh, okay, and they go Manamorphose. So they're doing the same thing. So we might be dead next turn. This is the first time I think I've ever played the mirror. Oh, we're kind of doing the opposite, aren't we? All right, so they're probably going to be able to go off next turn. We're going to have to hope that they cannot also go off next turn. On their next turn. Being on the draw might cost us here. So let's see if they can kill us. They'll need probably a season. Okay, they have Seizing Song. Is this a setup turn, or is this a... Okay, they have the first day. So that means if they have the spiders, or probably... Oh, and they get the firebending lesson. That's really bad for us. So we're probably dead here. We'll see if they're able to have mana available in the next turn. Do we sacrifice our Hickory Woodlot for the Pirate's Pillage? Probably. Because I'm imagining they're just going to firebending us here and then swing in for... Oh, no, they have more mana. They have enough to go big score. I'm tempted to concede here. I know they could still fizzle. It's just... Do I want to... It'll take about at least 3 minutes. Okay, what do they reveal? Another Pirate's Pillage, another Manamorphose. Cards in Graveyard. Let's take a look. So unlikely to fizzle here, I think. And they go another big score. I'm just going to concede here. Save myself some time. Okay. And we're going to move on. Now could have they flooded out there? Maybe. I mean, maybe they could have. But you know, we're down 1, so it's not like I was going to be able to get a 5-0 anyway. So might as well move on to game 2. And also, I mean, like, they had the firebending lesson for our dude as well. So we're just going to run it back. There's no changes here. Being on the draw cost us. Another reason to concede there is that we're actually probably going to be dead in 2 turns-ish because of their board. Much better. We'll keep this. We're on the play now, so we should be able to, you know, win. We're going to go turn 2. We're going to go for a turn 3. Nice seeing Ruby's Sword being played, though. That's pretty sweet. I think I prefer the Stream of Thought build still. Again, that might just because that's where all my experience is on it, but because like I know the tools there. I'm not actually all that familiar with the tools here. So here's what we're going to do. Because we have this Manamorphose, we're just going to put 2 Thornscape Familiars on the battlefield, and we have these Pirates Villages for doing things. So Thornscape Familiar, Manamorphose, red green, green, and red, just in case we draw the Anarchomancer. We don't. We do draw land, which is an okay draw because we have the Pirates Village. Let's see what they do here. They go double green. I don't think they go their own Thornscape Familiar. So they're hoping that they could go off here if they have Manamorphose Seizing Song. They don't. They go Leyline Weaver. Okay, so we drew a mountain, which is also pretty good. We are going to lead with a big score because we cannot yet profitably blight this Burning Curiosity. Discard the Hickory Woodlot. We do not want to pass a turn back. Okay, so we're going to need to discard this Reckless Impulse, I guess. No, we don't need to because we can go... Now here's the thing. This will put me down to 2. I actually think I want this mountain. But then, and discard this Reckless Impulse. I think I want this mountain. Because I've seen so many. I'd rather... So I can actually speculate on whether or not... No, I can't because this is the card I want to discard. I want to keep the Burning Curiosity. I think we go for mana. 5 cards we get to draw. We can probably get away with discarding this Reckless Impulse. Because I just think we want the mana here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go green. Sorry, red. Undo. Red. Goblin Anarchomancer. And we're just going to discard this Reckless Impulse here. So they're out of the mountain. But I would like to have... Because right now we only have 1 look. Wow, this is hard. Because, like, I'm going down to 2 mana here. Discard the Impulse. Mana's been my choke point consistently. Alright, play a mountain. We could have discarded that mountain. Oh well. Cast with this additional cost. Targeting my Narcomancer. Reveal. There's a first day of class. So we can do the same thing they did. So first day of class. We'll grab our firebending lesson. I'm going to go red. Leyline Weaver. Using the red. Okay. Always yield. We're going to go red. So I guess I should have discarded the mountain there. Because I'm just think I'll draw in 2 more lands. Oh, I bolted the wrong thing. Oh man. Oh well. I was talking and then I was narrating and it didn't work out well. I bolted the wrong thing. Oops. Wrong bug. We still might not be dead here, but it's really, really bad. This costs reduce everything. The other one costs reduce everything else. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Like this will have to be the video. My first video was better than this one. That was it was a 2 and 3, but I think I played better the first time. Well, I didn't make any terrible mistakes like that. Okay, they go this. They have 2. No response. What they need to hit here is they need to hit like untapped land into Familiar, Seething Song, or Running Manamorphose. So there's one Manamorphose. And we are... What do they reveal here? They have the Seething Song into Thornscape Familiar, so they kind of, like, didn't hit very well here. And they play another bug, and then they pass a turn. They could have a Seething Song in hand for next turn, or they could... Okay, so they have this revealed. They have 3 cards in exile. We don't actually have anything going on. We can grab... we can go Firebending. We can go First Day. First Day of Class. Into How to Start a Riot. How to Start a Riot. We'll give this Creature Menace, and we'll target us. I don't think this is lethal, though. That's 4, 8, 9... Yeah, no, they don't have to block anything. That's unfortunate. Okay, attack with all creatures. Oh, they do block. Nice. Why would they do that? Oh, because they had to. I miscounted. We'll play this. We can always play the Mountain from hand in order to have like the same amount of... actually get more mana this way. They're at 4, so... It's pretty bad that we didn't bolt that Thornscape Familiar still. But they have 3 cards in hand, so I'm thinking we might actually get there. Despite my misplay, I was just kind of talking and then just like clicked the wrong creature. So Manamorphose will be their best draw. Okay, what do they reveal? They have Seething Song, so that's really good. They need that. They can go Seething Song into Big Score. And how many creatures do they have there? So they can go Seething Song into Big Score. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Big Score gives them the mana to go for another Familiar. If they have one. It's a Glimpse, that could do it. Glimpse was not very good. It revealed 3 lands. This is a situation in which... That was a situation in which Stream of Thought would have been very, very good, by the way. Like, Stream of Thought has a ceiling that's actually higher than a Glimpse. Alright, so they do get a blocker here. They get 3 blockers. We will play this Mountain. Or the Sandstone Needle. And we'll move to combat. And we'll attack. Okay. They block. They go down to 1. We'll sack. Play a Thornscape Familiar. Pass the turn. They're at 1 life. They have a Seize the Storm token, which they can cast. It'll be very big. They go Burning Curiosity, blighting onto their... Oh, they don't blight. Drawing to a Big Score and another Seize the Storm. Seize the Storm not looking very good right there for them. They can go Big Score, discard. They have 4 treasure tokens now. So what they need is more mana, as per usual. There's a Manamorphose, that's good. That is our 3rd Manamorphose. They still have 1 left in the deck. Another Manamorphose, that is our last Manamorphose. That's what they needed, by the way. They needed to do the running Manamorphose trick. This gives them enough, so if they drew another Fam, they might be able to do something now. Okay, there's the first day of class, so we could be dead here. How many instants and sorceries? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 sorceries. Wait, I thought that was I thought they played 4 Manamorphose. 1, 2, 3. I guess the Leyline Weaver isn't a Manamorphose. We'll just see how big their thing is. Right now, it's very close to killing us. There's a Pirate's Pillage, so we're probably dead. Unfortunate. So not Firebending that Thornscape Familiar cost us. But of note, we would have still fizzled. We had no card draw coming up for turns and turns and turns. So that is what cost us the game for that reason, because they also fizzled. But at no time did we have did we draw anything to go off with. Unfortunately. Okay, what do they do here? Another Otto would be playing a little sneakier. And no, because the First day of class was in exile. I couldn't have done that. So they play this dude. That thing now costs 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I keep discounting. All right, that's a 2020, so we are, in fact, dead. All right, concede game. Unfortunate. So we're 0-2. Not good, but this is going to... But I'm going to post this video anyway, I guess. Because this is actually my 3rd attempt, and they've all been kind of going the same. I don't get it. So we'll play the next match. Now, to be fair, I could have probably won that had I bolted their Thornscape Familiar. But that was, again, like I had just fizzled. So I don't know if I'm getting bad luck or what's happening, but that is with... It's a little bit of me messing up as well. Like that last game, I bolted the wrong bug and lost. So that can happen. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if I want to upload this video, if it's just me losing. Like, if this is a 1-4, it's not going to be worth it. I'm considering just cutting my losses here and trying again with my Stream of Thought build of the deck. The thing is, it's like, I want to test out Burning Curiosity, and I can't run it in the Stream of Thought build because it's not right there. Might try the Epic Storm build, actually. I don't know, maybe we can turn it around. I'll give it this next match. If I lose this one, then I'm not going to post this as a video. And also, like, what did we just lose against? Oh, the Mirror. Yeah, I feel like that's probably a 50-50 matchup. I would have won game 2 had I bolted the Thornscape Familiar, but I didn't. Because I misclicked. Or just clicked without looking, really. All right. Good hand. Probably going to be placing a blue deck now, if I had to guess. All right. We're going to lead on Hickory Woodlot. Draws Fire Bridge. Well, I guess that might be Affinity. So we need to go fast here. The only real way of beating Affinity is taking advantage of the fact that their lands enter the battlefield tapped. They main deck Duress, so this might not be Affinity. Let's see what they take here. They take the Manamorphose. And they exile the graveyard. Don't really... Actually, we do care about that, don't we? And the fact that we don't run the... Like, without the flashback cards, it's kind of, like, the graveyard stuff actually kind of matters against with Seize the Storm. It's a Cleansing Wildfire deck. So we're just going to try and do some stuff next turn. Because why not? I feel like this is the time. They might have a Snuff Out or a Removal Spell, though. In fact, this they probably do. So we're just going to go Pirate's Pillage, discard Mountain. We're going to play a Geothermal Crevice and probably attempt to do something next turn. They can leave open... If they leave open more mana, then there we go. But yeah, I didn't think they would. Because this tech takes a while to set up. They're kind of low on cards in hand. They might have a Breath Weapon here. Is this another Duress? No, they're going to sacrifice it now. And they can play a Krauk if they wanted to. Alright, so we're going to go red, green, sacrificing both of these. We're going to go Thornscape Familiar. Into another Thornscape Familiar. And this is probably going to get removed, I'd imagine. It doesn't. So we're just going to go red, Seething Song. We're going to go big score. We're going to pitch one of these Seize the Storms. Manamorphose. We're going to go red again because we have these treasure tokens and the crevice for green. Red and red. Not good. We can play the Seize the Storm from hand and then blight onto it. But that means it won't have haste. And also, we discarded that one. So we can use this without the blight then. Alright, cast without blight. I don't like doing this. There's another burning. Reckless Impulse. Reckless Impulse. So Reckless Impulse is kind of like having a little extra mana, because it's so cheap to cast. We'll play the Mountain from Exile. We'll go big score, discard the Geothermal Crevice. And we're flooding out. Okay, so I guess we actually just play this Weaver then, so that we can blight onto it? Or do I go for... Alright, so we play the Weaver because we can blight onto it. No, that's just so bad. That costs us so much mana. It's so bad in the long run. We're going to cast Burning Curiosity without blight. And we flooded. So we're going to go red. Actually, we'll go red, Seething Song, cast as many of these Seize the Storm tokens as we can. Red, Seething Song. Seize the Storm from hand. Actually, no, we'll go from graveyard first, and then we'll see Seize the Storm from the yard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seize the Storm from hand. 1, 2. Seize the Storm from the yard. And hope they don't have the Death Toucher. White. We're all in. Okay. Oh, didn't need to add white. Undo. Seize the Storm. Oh, I guess I did. I don't wonder why that didn't, oh. And 1. And 2. And we'll play the Leyline Weaver. We have these mountains in hand. And we're just gonna... Oh, are they conceding? Oh, thank goodness. They didn't have anything. Okay, so we managed to win game 1 with three of a kind. But we are up against a deck that can easily interact with that. They also likely have Weather the Storms, so we need to leave in both of our Seize the Storms. And which means we cannot discard one to something if we suspect they have Weather open, because then that would put us off of Weather. Again, that doesn't matter, though, if they have Weather plus Grave Hate, because then they can exile your grave and make your creatures too small. So this isn't a matchup where you can really, like, play your lands out and, like, do a draw and go wait, because they can enter into a situation in which they have, like, Relic, Weather plus Crypt Rat's Death Touch, and then you're dead. And that they can, and it's not too much to ask for that. So sitting and waiting, probably not the best idea. We are going to bottom this Geothermal Crevice. Our Seething Songs are just too valuable. Okay, done. And we'll play the Hickory Woodlot. They're going to Cleansing Wildfire, no response. We'll pick up our forest. Yes. Where's my forest? And forest. There we go. That's nice. I used to run a forest in the sideboard for my build, but I stopped because I needed to condense something. They go red into probably a Lembas, not an Ichor Wellspring. We could go Leyline Weaver here because if it doesn't have haste, but I feel like we want to save the counters on this Sandstone Needle for this big score. So we're just not going to cast a Leyline Weaver yet, although it is something you can consider doing. But that's better if you don't use counter suspend it. And why would I want to do that? Oh, I don't mind them using a removal spell on it. Okay, so they are tapping out here. It also for this reason too, because it means that if they were to tap out, we could... okay, so we draw this anyway. So we're going to sacrifice this. We're going to play our Thornscape Familiar, hope no snuff out. So should I sacrifice that then? So if I don't, that's 4. It is, yeah, no, you want to. You want to. Alright, so we're going to play the Thornscape Familiar. We're going to go Seething Song. Hope for no Snuff Out. There is no Snuff Out. That's good. We're going to lead on a Glimpse. Glimpse, Glimpse. The reason why you wanted to sacrifice this is so that we can have that forest floating, so we can reduce this big score rather than cast it for, we're going to go Reckless Impulse rather than cast it for its mana thing. We're going to Manamorphose. We're going to add red here because we have 1 green floating already. Alright. No, I guess we'll go red-green because we have, okay, this here. We'll go red-green because of this Seething Song. Green. Red. We can always, there it is. Now we can go Goblin and Archomancer. Seething Song. Now we can go Glimpse. We're trying to hit a first Day of Class or something. Seething Song so that we can get a little more mana out of these big scores. We're going to Burning Curiosity, cast with an additional cost onto our Goblin and Archomancer. And there's a Thornscape Familiar, so now we can play no. So now all of our things, still no first day though. So we can play this Thornscape. We'll play this Mountain. I'm surprised our opponent hasn't conceded, to be honest. And I'll play this, and we'll go Reckless Impulse. It must be AFK. Alright, Pirate's Pillage, discard the Geothermal Crevice. Big score, discard the Mountain. There's the first day, so we can go first day of class. We'll grab something to discard, so we'll grab the Origin of Metal Bending. Then we can go Leyline Weaver, using the red. And now all of our big score effects are Dark Rituals that filter for any mana, which means we're never going to run out of mana, which is very nice. Okay, discard the Origin of Metal Bending. We're going to always yield to this, so just remember to always tap it before we cast our spells, because that's too annoying. Okay. And there's our tokens. Another Leyline Weaver. So we got there. I don't see any way we fizzle. I guess I should have discarded that Leyline Weaver. That was bad on my part. I'm used to... oh, well. So the way we fizzle is by... Oh, let's not... Got a little too excited there. The way we fizzle is by running out of card draw, so this was something we should have discarded. We had more than enough mana at that point. Okay, no response. There's a Glimpse. So we can cast Glimpse. Come on. There we can go Reckless Impulse. Okay. We're getting close to be... Okay, Manamorphose. We'll go red here. And red. Another thing about Reckless Impulse and versus Electric Revelation is that, well, it's... Okay, that's good. So we've probably won now. So we can go Seething Song. I was going to grab... what's it called? The other thing? Okay, we'll just go red. How to start a riot, but I realized that was really dumb. Probably not enough to actually kill. And we do have the water bending lesson. We'll discard this mountain because we can. Okay, no response. Get more tokens. We'll go Glimpse. Alright, so we got there. So we'll go red. And red. First day of class. Grab ourselves the... I guess the waterbending lesson. Our opponent should just concede here. They're very dead. Then we'll go blue. Waterbending lesson. Target. I don't have to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Taps Weavers. No response. We'll tap these here. 1. Pay 1. Pay 1. We'll go Pirate's Pillage. Discard here. Untap them. No response. Okay. We'll just end the game. Well, I guess I could have some number of snuff outs. So we'll go Burning Curiosity, cast with this additional cost. Blight onto the Leyline Weaver. There it is. First day of class. Grab How to Start a Riot. And we'll just finish them now. Okay. Green. And green. Thornscape familiar. Goblin and Archomancer. Come on. Red. Wow, this is laggy. Green. Play another Goblin and Archomancer. So all of our Season Storms are actually going to be rituals, which is pretty cool. And red. And come on. Green. Okay. Another Narcomancer. You can see the lag here. It's crazy. It might just be me. Hopefully it's not the client's lagging. Hopefully it's not like the actual Moto again. We'll go Seize the Storm. I'm tapping our Weavers. No response. And then we'll go red and red. Flashback Seize the Storm. You do it this way just in case they have Fairy Macabre or something. No response. Seize. Oh, that's right. Red. And red. Seize the Storm. Come on. Okay, no response. And again, these are rituals, which is sweet. Alright. And then we'll go, no need to tap our things because we're not spending any more mana. No response. How to Start a Riot. Target here. Target here. Done. Combat. Okay. Attack with all creatures. This should be lethal. Well, I mean, it's 100% lethal. What am I saying? See how much that is. I could have done more if I continued to draw, but like my clock is valuable to me. I just wanted to go a little harder there because we got, you know, stomped pretty hard our first two games. What game was that? That was game 2, right? Okay, minus 157. That's pretty good. All right, now then, we are on, so we're 1 and 2, unfortunately. Hopefully we can bounce back and get that 3 and 2. I think we can. Against Okaroka, we should have won game 2. I'm fine that we lost it, though, because, like, we did fizzle. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll be back after a little break, but it's potential that we should have a higher record here. At the very least, we'd be up 1 game, because I feel like we would have just been able to, like, nickel and dime them had we bolted their Thornscape Familiar. Okay, here we are for match 4, right? Yeah, match 4. Can't keep this. We can keep this. There's a potential for a turn 2. We're going to bottom the first day of class. I know it's an important card to the deck, but I'd rather have as much mana as possible. We don't actually have that much mana if we don't have a lot of initial FAMs in the deck, which is one issue. So we're going to play the Hickory Woodlaw, and I'm going to pass the turn here. So this is Gate, so we're probably going to be fine. Okay, so we're going to go Mountain. They've chosen white. They could have this Manor Gate as well. They could have removal here, but I feel like I'm just going to go for it. I could have waited to, like, hit another draw step, but I want to knock the top 2, see what happens. All right, we can play the Thornscape Familiar. Not good. We need to hit kind of more card draw here. We're just going to go red, green again, because we have the Seething Song should we hit some card draw. The only problem with this is means we're going to... Okay, so we didn't hit, but we do have 2 FAMs in the battlefield, which I figure like is a pretty strong start. And for turn 2. Now, this isn't like a high removal deck. At least I don't think it is. So I felt kind of safe doing that. Like, yeah, their next turn was going to be to play a tap land, right? They go Grazer into Citadel Gate. So they might have removal up next turn, but we managed to draw the big score. So we're going to go big score. We're going to discard this Hickory Woodlot here. You could have gone Seething Song first, but I didn't want to. Now we will. Red, Seething Song. This does mean I'll have less mana should we fizzle, but I don't like planning to fizzle. Blight onto our Goblin and Archomancer. We're going to go Glimpse. And we fizzled. Oh well. Alright, so we'll go... I guess we just go Goblin and Archomancer. And we will play this Thornscape Familiar just in case, because we get to cast this... or play this Sandstone Needle. Unfortunate. Okay, pass the turn. Okay. Get 2 1/1s. We could have attacked there, I guess, and gotten for 2 damage, but, like, that shouldn't be significant. Now, if they go Breath Weapon, we might concede. Probably concede, actually. Alright, so they go Malevolent Rumble. What do they reveal? They have the Sacred Cat and the Guardian of the Guild Pact. Alright. And oh, they have blue as well. What's that blue for? Why are you running blue? Do you have Hydroblast in your sideboard? Interesting. Is that just trying to put the fear of God in me? Despite naming blue? Because I don't think I'm going to bring in Pyroblast based on what I've seen here. Even though you've named blue. Alright, red. Glimpse. Alright, so we probably got there now. We're going to go Seething Song. We're going to go Pirate's Pillage, and we're going to grab the Waterbending Lesson. The nice thing about fizzling... Oh, wow. They do actually run Dispel. Well, well, well. Alright, no response. That was surprising. Right, Pirate's Pillage. Discard Geothermal Crevice. Okay, so now we can go First Day to get something to discard. So red, First Day of Class. We'll grab the Water Bending... no, we also want to grab something to discard here. So we'll grab the Origin of Metal. No, we'll grab the Fire Bending Lesson to discard. I think that one's going to be the least important. This is a nice thing that I like about First Day of Class, by the way, is that it can, like, fill your hand up from exile. So we'll go big score, discard the Firebending Lesson, and if you cast it from hand, it replaces itself. So that's nice for these things. That's not the best, but we'll go red, big score, discard the Goblin and Archomancer. Just trying to develop some more mana here. Then we'll go red, blight onto our Narcomancer. Cast with its additional cost. Blight. Okay, we hit the Leyline Weaver, and since we've cast a... What's it called? This is like just super mana positive. Okay, they concede now, because they see that we're not going to run out of mana. Now they have the Leyline Weaver, Pirate's Pillage, First Day of Class thing. That's what's really nice about the Leyline Weaver. Maybe we should be running more of it because of how mana's been an issue. The thing is, if I'm doing that, I would go down to 16 lands, and that would only leave me with 4 basics. And in a deck that would only then have like Fam plus Manamorphose as early mana, then, and also like the Seething Song, but that is also not quite the same. Because you need some untapped mana to like go off a little early, and Rite of Flame can do that because it only costs 1 red to start with, and so it can like basic land or like even Lotus Petal should you want to run that. Would you want to run Lotus Petal? Actually, that's an interesting idea. I just got an idea there. I might try that after this league. All right, well, not this league, for my next video. So we're gonna keep this because it has a lot of lands, and I don't like to mulligan. It has both of our Seething Songs in it, but I mean, whatever. I feel like this is a deck that gives us time. Oh wait, I did not bring in my Flaring Pain, did I? That could be a problem. Well, if we lose this, we're bringing in our Flaring Pain. I was just kind of talking and not paying attention. But we shall see. We shall see. There is a Sacred Cat. We'll play the Geothermal Crevice. Of note, they've... yeah, they almost definitely have Prismatic Strands, don't they? Based on how they've been playing. Are they just going to go... Oh, wow. They can actually go pretty big here, can't they? What is this? This is... Okay, so they probably don't have the Prismatic Strands done. But they can still draw into it. Now, what we need to do is we need to hit a Familiar. I think we need to play this Forest and start drawing. So red, this... We could attempt to hit a Fam off of our Manamorphose, but I don't like doing that because Manamorphose are our rituals. Now, I could have just taken a little more time there and played the Sandstone Needle, but I was hoping to hit a Goblin and Archomancer off of that or a Familiar, because now we can't cast our Familiars. But we also, like, we don't have that much time here, so I feel like that was right. Taking a turn off of drawing, it's not good. Right, that's also not good. So we are going to go red, green, Reckless Impulse. Looks like they have something as well. They're leaving the blue open. Right, we're going to go Mountain. And how much damage can they deal next turn? So 1, 2 for that. Untap land, that's 8, 10, 11 damage. They could also have bolts. So that would be 4. So they have 1 blue open. I'm gonna go for something here. All right, green, red. I feel like this is the best time to do it. Now they could, obviously they could have like Dispel or Hydroblast or something. They could also have Sorcery Speed Removal that I'm playing into here. But I feel like this is the best time to go for it because this is where they are the most tapped out. They've also like didn't have that many cards in hand, so should I even be really playing around them having that much? Yes, this does put me down on mana, but so maybe I should have just waited. But I feel like I can generate a lot of treasure tokens here. Red and red. We could go Glimpse, which I guess we will do, because that will give us blockers in a worst case scenario. Another Manamorphose, that's good. So we can go red, red. Red, red. We can go Reckless Impulse here. And then that's 4, 3. No, we can't really go Reckless Impulse here. We can go Glimpse here again, though. All right, Glimpse, 1, 2, just to use it. Okay, so we did hit that, so we can go green. And if they have Breath Weapon, we're in trouble. But unfortunately, that's the way things shook out. Yeah, even if I could have gone like a Pirate's Pillage again, but I feel like that was just kicking the can down the road. So we'll play this. We are now exposed to Breath Weapon, like really, really badly. But we do have blockers. And if we do survive, if they don't like destroy our whole team. An argument actually may have been for okay, so they don't have the Breath Weapon from the looks of it. Another Coiling Oracle that goes to hand. Would have been not playing this Goblin and Archomancer in order to play around a Hydroblast. So they could still have it, and I actually forgot that Heap Gate entered the battlefield untapped. So there was a way from the double pump. And it looks so we did need to go for it there because they didn't actually have to play that Coiling Oracle, assuming the Heap Gate was already in their hand. So they're going to swing. I could stop them from gaining some life here and give. So, but these are also like, you know, a lot of mana stuff here too, right? Like this is actually a valuable mana source. So I could just take it. But this does stop them from getting 6 life. They've already played a land for turn, reset blockers. I'll just take it, I think. I'd rather not fizzle. Okay, so I take 8. Okay, combat damage. Down to 4. Next turn. I'm not going to fizzle here, so I'm not too worried. Unless I don't draw a... What is this? They have colorless mana. What are they going to do with colorless mana? All right, just want to make me sweat. All right, so we're going to sacrifice one of our treasure tokens here. Actually, no. Yeah, we will. No, we won't. All right, undo. We'll lead on a burning thing with blight. Cast with this additional cost and blight. All right, so we now can play this mountain, and I guess we should have blocked now because those things are, well, I mean, they're still kind of valuable. Like we can blight onto them and stuff. We'll play a Goblin and Archomancer. And now our things are mana positive. We'll discard a Seize the Storm. With triple of these effects, we should be able to get there. Red. Big score. Discard a Hickory Woodlot. And leaving those spawns behind is just a good way of, like, if we weren't to hit a familiar, each of these is like us. Each one sacks for a colorless mana, which is like having a familiar on the battlefield. I think we're going to go for the Burning Curiosity. Cast with additional cost and blight onto our Goblin and Archomancer here. Alright, now we're going to go Glimpse. And there's the first day of class. So we're going to go Manamorphose. We're going to go red, red. Manamorphose. Red. And red. And we're going to go... Oh, that got us something to discard anyway. So we'll still go Reckless Impulse here because we want to hit a... Okay, Seething Song. We'll go Burning Curiosity. Cast with additional cost. Onto an Eldrazi spawn. Okay, we still haven't hit the thing. We'll go Reckless Impulse. By thing, we mean a Weaver. Alright, so I guess we'll go Pirate's Pillage. Discard Mountain. They are dead here. I guess we should just finish it. Alright, there's a Weaver. First day class. Grab, I guess, a Waterbending Lesson. Probably going to be discarding it anyway. First day of class. So grab How to Start a Riot. Doesn't really matter. And then we'll go Leyline Weaver. One red. Always yield. Now we could even play around Weather the Storm here if they had it available, which they don't. All right, red. Big score. Discard Riot. I guess I should have gotten something that wasn't just How to Start a Riot, but like, all right, always yield. So now our thing is very mana positive. No response. Another thing that's good about these spawns is that it helps pay for the Waterbending Lesson, which I guess we'll just cast now. Alright, because this makes it basically free. Sack, and blue, like, this makes it 1 mana. And we'll go Waterbending Lesson. Blue, generic, and pay, oh, we gotta pay 1? I thought we only had to pay, okay. Okay, and no response. I'll pay here and here. Pay 1. And then we'll go Pirate's Pillage, discard Crevice. No response. Red. Seething Song, and we'll just finish it here. There's no need to keep trying. We're lagging enough as it is. Okay, Seething Song. I think our opponent's conceding now. So, we are now 2-2. Alright, return to details. So, bouncing back a little bit. Let's check out my battery power here. I guess we can finish. Oh, come on, don't. Okay. I think we can finish it before we run out here. Alright, so we'll finish this, and can we bounce back and get the 3-2? After a pretty dismal start, unfortunately. Now I've only this is my third league with the deck, so I may have just run into some variants like greater variance than is typical. But it's fun. Like I feel like you maybe want 3 Weaver in there. But then again, without the first day of class, it's not a ritual for when you're going off. So I do like the 3 and 2 split because it means you're more likely to see a first day of class than a Weaver, which should help for the Weaver being like a ritual. So mulligan, we'll keep. I like the first day of class, but we're going to bottom it because I like everything else more. Okay, we can't. Can we shuffle in this deck? I don't think we can. So that's something to pay attention to. All right, so this looks like some type of control deck. Should be a good matchup for us. Usually these like slow control decks are. We can play the Geothermal Crevice. If we draw a mountain, we're just going to try and go for it next turn, provided they tap out. They could always have Snuff out, though, which is unfortunate. We don't have the Apostle's Blessing sideboard strategy here. Instead, we're just going to try and like outmuscle them, which is a solid thing that you can do. Now, I said I'd go for it if they tapped out. I did say that. But, you know, we say lots of things sometimes, and we're just going to go for it now. Pray that they don't have Snuff out, because that would absolutely wreck us here. All right? I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? And I remember, and, okay, please no Snuff out, please no Snuff. Ah, yes. All right, so it's not like the best, but I think it's better than passing. Right, Seething Song. We're going to lead on the big score here because we'll need green to get more familiars down anyway. Okay, and if we hit a Manamorphose, great. Okay, so now we can go Reckless Impulse. Reckless Impulse. And I guess we passed the turn here, unfortunately. We could have kept going with our Pirates, Pillages, and big scores and things, but alright. Combat. So yeah, so like one of the things I've noticed about this deck and what's different between what like the deck that I'm trying to do, and maybe that's why like I've been getting, like why I haven't been doing as well, is that this is more of a grindy Storm deck. Something that like you're just continually challenging your opponent, putting pressure on, making them tap out, and then eventually maybe you get there. How many Seething Songs do we have left? 3. And 3 Manamorphose, so not too bad. They Defile. Ooh. Okay. So if we draw it into some more mana, we might be okay. And the reason for doing this is they didn't draw, because we did it this way, they didn't actually draw any cards. So we're going to go this, Goblin and Archimancer. And we're going to go red, because I think we want to play this Sandstone Needle. Burning Curiosity, cast with an additional cost. This does put us weak to Defile, but whatever. Okay, Blight. Give us a little more stuff for next turn. We did hit the Manamorphose here, so I guess I will red. Manamorphose, red, green. Manamorphose. This makes these things mana neutral, so maybe we can just get there. Right, so make sure I click green once. And then I can click red. And then I can play Thornscape Familiar. Then I can play Mountain. It's unfortunate that we're losing all of our Sandstone Needles here, so we're kind of all in because we're going to... Well, I mean, no, I think we can play one of these until next turn, right? Oh, wow. More lands. All right. Well, we're getting through them. Hopefully they can't, like, Suffocating Fumes or something. Big score. Discard the Hickory Woodlot. Give me something, please. There's a first day of class. We can also go... We can't Blight with this. I feel obliged to continue trying. All right, cast, not with an additional cost. What's happening here? Okay, these cycling, okay. Thought they were doing like some type of like snuff out shenanigans, but I feel like they should have done earlier if they did. Of note, we don't have the protection spell up with first day of class. That was something I wasn't considering. All right, so we have that going on next turn, but we do not have the protection. Of note, we will get some... No, we don't get any spawn tokens here. That's right. All right, so we just let that happen. Hopefully we are left with 1 fam here. We can play a Sandstone Needle next turn. I think the play was to leave open the first day of class protection strategy, actually. But that doesn't work against something like a Defile. There's a Lembas. They go 0 top. That's good for us. So maybe they don't have the removal, or maybe they don't have 2 removal. This is a card draw spell. I think we might be in... Oh, no, there's a cast down. So they did have some removal. So the protection would have been really, really good, actually. So we'll play the sand. So we can go Glimpse here. What would that do? We have protection for our Thornscape Familiar. I feel like not doing that thing was bad for me. But here's what we do. So we're going to go Glimpse. Get some spawn tokens. Spawn tokens, sacrifice them so we can cast the big score. Sure. Right. Glimpse. So we have 2 big scores. Right, we'll play this Sandstone Needle. We'll have to make sure that the other one goes off last. Move to combat. Attack. Yeah, we would have been in really good shape had we had I left open the double for the first day of class protection. So this one might be on me. End of this turn. Both of them are end of this turn. But only one of them makes spawn tokens. So end step. This triggers. This is also end of this turn, right? Yeah, this turn, this turn. No response. Okay. Then we'll sacrifice. And sacrifice. Add a red. And we'll discard our Sandstone Needle with this big score. Which means we can still have protection up for our Thornscape Familiar. And we'll have the first day of class for the Season Storm, but the Season Storm token's not going to be very big because they hit us with a Bajuka Bog earlier. I believe, right? Well, it'll be big. It'll be fairly big. So they go Eviscerator's Insight, no response. We will be forced to protect our Thornscape Familiar should they go for a removal spell here. Would have been much better on the Anarchomancer, though. They go Garden. So I'm actually kind of tempted just to go first day of class into Season Storm. How big is this? No, I'm not. But I can still go first day of class, blow that up. Don't know if I want to do. I would need to have a lot of mana. But the earlier you do that, the better. So I guess we will. We'll go first day of class. Oh, wow. They're doing it anyway. All right. No response. Okay, that's interesting. Are they going to tap the black? They do. So they're going to look for a removal spell now, I guess. Okay. No response. We're just going to grab something to discard here. Like this Firebending Lesson. Okay. I guess I should have Manamorphose first, just in case, because maybe I wanted the Waterbending Lesson. But they don't have removal for it anyway, so that's probably what we're going to get with our second first day of class, should we cast it. Red, red. Okay, Seething Song's pretty good. We'll sacrifice this thing. Go Pirate's Pillage. Discard Firebending Lesson. Alright, we can go Manamorphose. Red. Red. There's the second one. All right, so we can go. So how much does this cost? 4. And we would have, so that's 4. We have another land, so that's 4, 8. So we can cast 2 just with what we have here. So we can go Seething Song, and I feel like this is the right play here. Make these as big as possible. And the question is, should we grab a protection spell for it, for like to leave open? Can we do that? So if I go first day of class, or should we grab the other one? So if I give this thing Menace, that means it can't be blocked. And these two tokens would both get +2/+2. And these would be both in the graveyard. So they'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So they would be 9 9s, 18, which is lethal. So if they kill one, though, it wouldn't be. So they might. So I think so don't get, yes, we're not getting the Menace thing because it's already lethal. We're just going to go first day of class. We'll grab the protection spell. Play the Forest, just in case they were sandbagging a Snuff Out. I doubt they were. And we'll go Seize the Storm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always yield. Oh yeah, and plus the counters from the thing, that's right. Then we'll go red. White. We could actually flash that one back, but we're not going to because I'd rather leave open the protection. Because one removal spell puts us off of lethal here. All right, combat. Attack with all creatures. Okay. Combat damage. And they see the origin of metal bending, so they know that even if they do the Snuff Out, it wouldn't work. So we won't know if they actually had it or not. So we got there game 1. So let's see if we can get there game 2. Playing through what I think was a bit of a misplay, not leaving open the first day of class. But the only reason why that worked was because they missed on removal. But that was the only reason why we won anyway. So, I mean, that had to happen regardless. So it would have been better to have gone off like the previous turn, I think. Now, I think we just resubmit. We don't bring in Flaring Pain unless we see Moment's Peace or something out of them. Of course, if they do have Moment's Peace, we're probably hosed, but I mean, I don't really want to play around that, and we'd only be hosed if we don't have a fast start. Now, they are probably going to have Snuff Outs and such, like Snuff Outs and Spinning Darkness. So we need to be wary of that potential. How am I doing for battery power? Doing okay. If we win this next match, I think I won't have to go charge my laptop. I'm still recording, right? Yeah. Anyway, rocky start to the league. Could have been a bit of variance there. I know we kept getting a lot of mana problems. I like the 3 and 2 split with Leyline Weaver first day of class. It just feels like the deck's light on mana. I know Brian Cook of the Epic Storm has his own build of the deck, which is pretty interesting. And something I've been considering, well, I won't say it now because I think I'll probably do that as my next video. Although you can probably piece it together, what I'm going to be trying. Interestingly enough, we are still waiting. Because I feel like if we were to add a little more explosivity into this deck, it could be pretty good. Like I'll just say it. I'm gonna run Lotus Petal instead of Land Grant and see how that goes. Because one of the reasons why I think Land Grant's a good idea, I just don't like the tapped land, the wooded highlands that you should probably run with it. Like I really don't like playing a tap land that only adds 1 mana on the battlefield when you have filtering. I guess you really only have the Manamorphose though, but that's kind of what you're trying for. I also like the idea of just doing a nickel and dime strategy with the backup stuff. Now, Leyline Weaver does work well with that. So I might try doing some type of combination between Kali Kai's and the Epic Storms list for my next video. Where are we? Okay, keep. And what do they do? Duress. Well, that's less devastating than it could be because we have 2 glimpses. We do have a Seething Song. Oh wow, this is right. This is game 2. This is not match 1. They take our Seething Song, which is probably the right pick. You will lead. I'll go Sandstone Needle here because I might be into Reckless Impulsing. The problem with Reckless Impulse and Sandstone Needle is that it spends the counter off of it to cast the Reckless Impulse, and that means it's not actually really very good because then you either let the cards go or sacrifice your land, and that means it's not as good as an early play as I thought it would be. You kind of need to have the like basic lands to cast it. I am going to play this Hickory Woodlot, and I'm going to wait on this Reckless Impulse because I really want, because if I reveal a big score or something, I want to be able to cast it without sacrificing my Sandstone Needle. Now, they could have more discard, but, you know, it is what it are. What are they doing here? So that is an Ichor Wellspring. They are actually pretty low on cards. I should look into going off sooner rather than later. Before they probably have at least a Defile, though. What's this? There's a Nihil Spellbomb. So we're just going to... Oh, we drew a big score, which is actually better than... Okay. What's happening? What is happening? Are they conceding? No. I was just lagging a bit. Right, Pirate's Pillage. We'll discard the Crevice. So I'm doing this rather than casting the Reckless Impulse because it just ramps you out a lot. It's a really powerful play. It's one of the things that I really like about this build of the deck is that you can run 8 of your pillage effects, like your big score effects. I think it's really good. So they're tapping out somewhat recklessly, in my opinion. So perhaps they have the snuff outs and such this time. If that's the case, we're going to lead on the Reckless Impulse and go double Seething Song in response to the snuff out. Now, this deck doesn't have that many instants, so it's kind of like you're asking a lot to be able to chain off in response to the removal spell, which they definitely have, but it is now is the time to go for it, because otherwise they're going to tap out for an instant speed draw 2 spell, and you'll be in an even worse position next turn. Okay, so they hit the land, unless they already had it, and we're going to sacrifice the Hickory Woodlot, sacrifice the Needle, play the Anarchomancer, go lead on Glimpse, I guess, actually. Lead on Glimpse. Because I'm imagining this is getting removed. Sacrifice this. We're going to go not Manamorphose, because we'd like to do that one next. It's our only instant speed draw. And if we can hit a first day of class, we'll be in good shape. Oh, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I should be casting my card draw spells before I cast my familiars, but you're already land light, trying to draw into the protection. Maybe. I mean, but I guess that's it. I guess that's what I'm missing. All right, green and red. Because I could have cast this Reckless Impulse here, and maybe that would have dug me a little more into what I would have needed. But I'm also just kind of hoping to hit familiars. Okay, red, but it feels so bad, like, not getting that reduction. There's a Leyline Weaver. So that's okay. So we're going to go Seething Song now, using the double red. And no response, and we're going to hope to get some good things off the top here. Hopefully some FAMs off the top, please. There's one FAM, that's good. So we're going to play this Thornscape Familiar, and looking like we're going to be discarding this Weaver for this big score. And we're going to go Glimpse again. I just feel like this is right. Like, I don't want, like, it means that we spent less mana. There's a first day of class, so we're no longer going to be discarding this Weaver, and they're probably dead. All right, excellent, excellent. First day of class. We're going to grab something to discard here. And that's my cat. He wants some attention. Soon, Dale. We're almost done. We're almost done. I did not name my cat Dale. He was adopted from the Humane Society. I would have named him something far sweeter, because he's such a sweet little guy. All right, no response. Very polite. No response. We're going to grab something to discard. So we're going to grab this Firebending Lesson. We're going to play this Leyline Weaver using the red mana. So this is something that's really interesting, though, like, that I've noticed with this build of the deck. The good thing about Reckless Impulse is that it costs less. So it's almost like you have like a shadow ritual going on. Of course, this is only relevant when you have one familiar, but it means you're much better at going off when you have one familiar. And so this big score is kind of like it's free. So big score, red, green. Actually, cancel. What am I doing? Lead with a Reckless Impulse. Maybe we'll hit another fam off of this. We don't. That's unfortunate. I guess I will big score now because I need to count mana. So big score, red, green. This is mana neutral. I would have liked to have hit a fam off of that, but I don't want to put myself off of going... we only have 3 creatures in the graveyard, do we? Don't we? But we kind of need to cast this storm guy. Okay, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. So we're going to... We want the protection spell, though. We want the protection spell. They have tapped out. But we only want the protection spell if it's going to be lethal, which we don't actually know right now. So should we get something that we can discard with, or should we get a protection spell? I feel like we're going to get something to discard again. So we're going to go first day of class. We'll grab the How to Start a Riot. And then we will go white. We're hoping to hit a Seething Song here. How many... Is that naive of me? Because we haven't seen very many familiars. We have cast 2 of those, so maybe we can just... Oh, maybe I wanted that How to Start a Riot. But no, I haven't hit any familiars, which means I'm likely too soon. All right. This... Actually, wait, what am I doing? Undo. Can we undo this too? Good. We'll cast a Reckless Impulse, which I should have done before casting the Seething Song. We hit a Seething Song here. That's good. Red. This. Seething Song. Or should we Pirate's Pillage first, trying to reduce that by more? I guess we should Pirate's Pillage first. Okay. No, we shouldn't, because we need to leave open mana. All right, Seething Song. Actually, we're already dead to a cheeky remove spell anyway. So, whatever. Right, then we'll go green. Not that the color mattered. This, Pirate's Pillage. What's happening? Are they conceding? Looks like we might be getting... nope, Pirate. Alright, green. Red. Discard the How to Start a Riot. We are going so slowly here. Okay, no response. There is finally another fam. So, green. Goblin and Archimancer. Then I can go red. Burning Curiosity. Cast with additional cost. Blight onto this. There's another Anarchomancer, but we didn't draw... We're running low on mana. So we can Blight again. Trying to hit some more mana. Cast with this additional cost. These big scores are mana positive, but I want to hit something like a Manamorphose so I don't have to discard them. We'll Blight onto our Goblin and Archimancer. Okay, we hit a Pirate's Pillage, which is probably as good as it's going to get. So, Pirate's Pillage. And we're going to go green here. We're going to play in another Narcomancer. This exposes us to the removal now. But I don't think that but if they had removal, I think they would have already cast it. So red, Pirate's Pillage, discard big score. And then we'll tap this for no response. Okay. That was good. We'll go red again. Manamorphose. Red. We're just trying to get enough mana to kill them now. Red. Red. Okay, we hit another one of those, but there's no reason to cast it quite yet. We're going to go big... I guess we don't need a big score quite yet, actually. Cancel. We're going to go Burning Curiosity. Cast with additional cost onto our Goblin and Archomancer here. Because we could always draw another Leyline Weaver, which we don't. We do draw a Mountain, though, which is nice. So we can play the Mountain, play this. We also draw another Pirate's Pillage, which is going to be insanely mana positive. But we're just going to cast another Burning Curiosity with Blight onto our Goblin and Archomancer here. Alright, now we're going to go Pirate's Pillage, discard Mountain. Okay, no response. And there's our Leyline Weaver. We're going to go red, Weaver, using the red. It gets big. We're going to go red, big score, discard the Mountain. And no response. And now we can go red, and I think we'll just kill them now because like I spent so much time already. Goblin and Archomancer. And the reason why we can kill them is because these Season Storms are going to be rituals now, so we don't need to cast anything else. Okay. And we can go red, Season Storm. No response. It's a 2020. Then red. Red. Flash it back. But this is mana neutral, so like there's no reason to continue going off now. We have enough mana to everything we want to do. And then red. And red. Season Storm. Okay. No response. And then red. And red. Season Storm. 1. No response. Even here to have something like 4 Snuff Outs. It wouldn't matter. Okay. Combat. We're not going to cast anything else. Attack with all creatures. Okay. And we got there. So we managed to pull off the 3 and 2 after the 0 and 2 start. So it ended up being okay. Blue seems to be a bit of a problem based on my previous leagues. Like more so than I suspected it would be. So I thought it would be about even, but like I guess that might be my my playability as well. But anyway, between the two decks, between this and the Sea Storm. Anyway, that was fun. I liked it. I was having a lot of lag, which is making this less than seamless. There's a lot more triggers going on and things going on. It seems to be I seem to be having a harder time playing quickly with like the first day of class build than I do the Stream of Thought build. It could also just be because my clients has gotten laggier over time or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that was fun. I enjoyed it. I think next time I'm going to try the Epic Storms build. And yeah, so kudos to Kalikais for the pretty sweet deck. Sorry I wasn't able to represent it as well as the showcase's strength as well as I think it can be. I think I just hit some variance there. All right. See you for the next video.